Hey everybody, so we have a pretty special find here, and this is just part of the magic of stitching the land back together. And so I'm using a different camera than my phone because I don't want to get in there too close to what I'm showing you, because we have a serious cat problem around here and I don't really want to get in there and spread my scent. So you should be able to tell in the middle of this frame is a nest. And this is a yellow warbler nest. And Steve and I have been watching the construction of this nest from our trail for a while. And the fibers used to make it looked almost like floss. And we used to compost our floss, yes, our tooth floss. And then we realized it's not biodegradable. And there have been some sad mishaps with birds using floss. And so we were all worried, but we're like, we're not composting our floss. What's going on? Well, then I follow some really great naturalists in Ohio, and they talked about stripping of swamp milkweed for yellow warbler nests. Ding, 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 ding. There we go. We have it. And so we have some swamp milkweed in this area. And Steve and I found 2 plants that have a bunch of fibers stripped off from it. And it sure enough looks like dental floss. It's amazing because of course that will be biodegradable. And it just shows you how every single thing is connected. So this land here we live on is fairly wet at different times of year, and we have a lot of scrub and thickets, as we've talked about in our silky dogwoods and roughleaf dogwoods. And yellow warblers love this kind of habitat. They say sweet, 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 oh sweet often, and I just had one fly in to my right. You're not going to be able to see them, but I think they're going, oh, what are you doing in there? But I'm really far away. Remember, I'm using a zoom lens. So I'm going to show you some of that swamp milkweed shredding. And then Steve and I were talking about that, and he's like, we need to plant more swamp milkweed. But for whatever reason, it's just been one that doesn't super thrive here, even though we have a great habitat for it, you would think. But common milkweed does. And this year we mowed the milkweed zone to try to get it to increase. So we took away those stalks as nesting material. So they've really only had about 3 milkweed stalks to use. So definitely makes us think about our management, of course, which is why we try to mow so infrequently and never everything, because everything is used. It's all stitched together and bound together. So the yellow warbler keeps flitting around in here. So I'm going to go around the trail and we will look at one of these swamp milkweed stalks up close. But I just had to give you a glimpse of this magic that happens. I mean, just imagine 10 years ago, this was mowed grass. And now this nest is built in a young elm and tucked in amongst rough leaf dogwood. And it's a yellow warbler, and they love it here. And they would have had nowhere to nest before on this property, and now they do. So what we do really, really, really matters, and I know you all already know that. So it's just confirmation. It's so thrilling. Okay, let's go look at the fibers. Well, here we are, one of last year's swamp milkweed stalks. And you can see the shredding that is happening all along. And if I go down right over here, see how it strings out and it almost looks like dental floss? So that is part of this incredible plant, milkweed, Asclepias. And the yellow warblers are using this for their nest. I wonder how many other birds are too. Look at it right there. What a cool fiber. I mean, wow, pretty miraculous, isn't it? My camera says, no way am I focusing on that. Let's just stay out here. You don't have high-tech equipment, girl. And that's true. So I thank you all for listening to my messages, even when the video quality is somewhat marginal, because it's really about the messages, isn't it? You all just walk out your door and go to your nature preserves and look around and see this stuff in person, and just take what we're seeing here as maybe just a prompt for something to go look for at this time of year, wherever you might be, and maybe some inspiration, and also just acknowledgement that we are all together, we are all united doing this restoration work, and we are united with these other lives that share these spaces with us. I think we're united in ways that we can't even talk about, and that is the thrill of life for us. So, and not talk about not because we're embarrassed, but because we don't have words for it. Okay, so milkweed, shrubs, yellow warblers, do it.